According to flat earthers, we have to do our own research.
It is fair and justified to remain skeptical of such statistics and to do some independent investigation before blindly believing.
Even when it comes to statistics. Eric Dubay is a well-known flat earther, conspiracy theorist, and the list can go long. Yoga teacher, and he makes a living out of spreading conspiracies. Today it's not flat earth, but I have chosen this video to show that flat earth is a conspiracy, and most flat earthers believe in every damn conspiracy you can find on internet. Let's start.
The official numbers for world population released by the United Nations, as of now, have just surpassed 8 billion people living on Earth.
Yes, there are a lot of people on our globe.
In 1800, there were only 900 million members of the human family spread across the world, raising to 1.65 billion in 1900, and skyrocketing to nearly 7 billion in the year 2000. Now, in 2023, we have allegedly just passed the 8 billion mark, with UN predictions claiming these statistics will continue to rise until reaching a whopping 11 billion at the turn of the next century.
Population growth in Asia and Africa is mainly due to more newborns surviving their first year of life thanks to improved healthcare. The average life expectancy has also increased over the past 30 years in many of the world's populated countries, which is a contributing factor to population is growing.
Given past failures and the many lies spewed by the UN during recent world events, however.
Past lies? What past lies? I suspect that the image on the screen should be some kind of answer to that question.
It is fair and justified to remain skeptical of such statistics and to do some independent investigation before blindly believing.
Eric Dubay makes his living spreading various kind of conspiracies, so it's easy to figure out the quality of the investigation he will present for us.
By collecting official statistics and doing your own math, it is difficult to find a way for these numbers to add up. For example, India supposedly has a countrywide population of well over 1.4 billion citizens. But when practical calculations are made using the UN's own numbers, how they could possibly conclude such a high figure is clear as mud. Taking their official figures of populations from the largest 300 cities in India, from 12.4 million in the biggest city Mumbai, to just over 100,000 in the 300th placed city of Aurangabad, and adding them all together, that barely accounts for 200 million of this supposed 1.4 billion. That means we are meant to believe that the other unaccounted for 1.2 billion Indians are somehow spread out across tiny towns, villages, and the countryside? If all the 300 places with the largest populations in India taken together only account for 200 million people, it is statistically and geographically impossible for there to be another 7 times this number mysteriously hiding out in the remaining small towns and villages with populations all lower than 100,000.
Okay, let's do the same kind of calculation for US. There are 264 cities with a population greater than 100,000. If you add those cities up, you get a population of 81.9 million people in a country with a population of 331.9 million. But Eric obviously only looked at India and then he knew it all.
A similar situation occurs when adding up the official figures for the entire world's 300 most populated cities. Taking the UN's own official statistics, from 24.1 million in the world's largest city of Shanghai, China, to only 361,000 people in the 300th largest city of Beirut, Lebanon, the combined figures only come out to approximately 1 billion people. Even after adding all the statistics calculated for surrounding metropolitan and suburban housing areas around each city, the total only amounts to around 1.5 billion. Where are these other alleged 6.5 billion people hiding?
Eric, where are the missing 250 million people in USA that don't live in cities bigger than 100,000 people?
If the world's largest urban and suburban populations combined only total 1.5 billion, are we honestly meant to believe there are quadruple this number living in rural areas? Being generous, independent analysts have estimated at most another billion people could possibly be spread out across the world's rural countrysides, still putting the actual number well below 3 billion.
And who are those independent investigators? Why do you not mention any names at all?
The likely reason for these exaggerated statistics is that governments are incentivized to lie about population figures in order to collect more money for social programs.
Eric did choose India as an example. As usual, he hasn't done any research at all before making this video. India currently receives no aid from other countries. However, they are a large contributor, especially in Asia and Africa. On this picture you will see when they gave aid to Sri Lanka, and this one is when they sent wheat to Afghanistan. They are also a major donor of humanitarian aid to Ukraine.
Then, by raising population figures to shocking levels, fear is created in the minds of the masses, and they are even more easily able to control and sell us on expensive, enslaving solutions.
What expensive solution? As usual with Eric Dubay, a lot of words and claims, but he presents no facts at all.
This hoax has resulted in billions of dollars spent fighting the phantom of so-called overpopulation.
And I still wait for some kind of evidence for the claims.
And led to many inhumane population control programs. In reality, however, if everyone were all squeezed into a population density of 27,000 per square mile, which is comparable to New York City, 8 billion people would only fill up the state of Texas, leaving the entire rest of the world uninhabited.
And Eric doesn't understand what the problem is with overpopulation. It's not that the space to live on is a problem. Oh dear. Also note that many images in this video you will see the text New World Order. That is his way to propagate for his claims that there are New World Order, secret societies and so on that rules the world. The Catholic Church are evil, our governments are evil, big companies are evil, and so on. Then it gets very interesting to look at where this image on the screen is from. It's from the Russian TV channel RT or Russia Today, a state-controlled propaganda channel, but Eric probably thinks the regime in Russia is perfectly fine.
Thus, the idea that Earth is dangerously overpopulated and governments need to take drastic measures to combat the issue, is another paper tiger attempting to scare us into submission.
Scare us into obedience? None of the things Eric claims in this video have any presented evidence, but that appeals to all the conspiracies that Eric tries to spread to all his followers. He is a professional liar, and he's tried to make his own Eric Dubay cult. So, what did we learn from this video, except from that Eric is a liar? Well, that US is obviously making false numbers about its population to get humanitarian aid. Oh dear.
Destroy.
Yesterday I did send money for the kamikaze drone number 8. As I mentioned before, money donated on PayPal goes to buying kamikaze drones, and ad revenues, memberships and super chats goes to buy ordinary drones that are not used as weapons. Thank you very much everybody for helping me, helping Ukraine. Thank you very much for watching my video. I hope you liked it. If you did, become a member, subscribe or come back next time I'm showing a video. Have a nice day. Bye.